When we won the CAA title, it was a special moment, and what it was, obviously the team that competed in 2015 won the title, but from a more historical perspective, it was kind of the culmination of decades and decades of building for our program. We came close before. We came close in '99 when we got second, and that was my freshman year, and at the time I can remember thinking we're going to win one of these pretty soon. I didn't think it would take 16 years, but it's a process. You know, winning is not easy, especially when you have a program like UNC Wilmington winning 13 titles in a row. Trying to knock off a dynasty, trying to end a dynasty, if you will, is easier said than done. So it really kind of brought me back to earlier generations of William & Mary swimmers who put in a lot of work to help us get there. And the amount of feedback we received from that earlier generation, coming through email, phone calls, text messages, it felt like they were sharing in the joy of winning a title just as much as the team that actually did the swimming in 2015. So it was really rewarding, it was a lot of fun, and it just makes you more hungry to try to do it again. Jeremiah is a complete swimmer. You know, he does everything that a coach would want a superstar athlete to do. He's the first one there every day. He works hard, he asks for guidance, he does the little things right outside the pool. He does well in the classroom. He's a good ambassador for the program. He's a team player, team first guy. He'll do whatever you ask him to do. And his success in 2015 was really the result of 3 or 4 years of hard work building up to that point. It wasn't like he just formed really good habits last year. He came here with good habits, and he knew that if he kept working, he could become one of the best swimmers in the CAA and kind of follow in the mold of an Andrew Strait. I think Andrew was one of his role models in the first couple years, and then when Andrew graduated, he picked up the baton and ran with it, and made a huge impact. CAA Swimmer of the Year, CAA Swimmer of the Meet, and pretty darn close to qualifying for NCAAs, and that's going to be a big goal heading into his senior year. Evan's a workhorse. You know, Evan came off an injury the summer before his freshman year, and we didn't really know what to expect from him. We thought he was a sprinter. We thought he was a pure sprinter, and he came in and said, I want to do fly sets because I love the 200 fly. Kind of like Abby Mack, gets through the 200 fly on sheer guts and determination and willpower. He takes it out fast and he holds on. And to get second in the conference as a freshman in the 200 fly, break the school record, almost break the conference record in prelims, was everything we could have hoped for out of him. And I think there are a few other events where he can probably be equally successful. We saw a lot of success in the 200 fly. I think 100 fly, 50 free, 100 free, 200 free, he really has a wide range of events, and I think he's going to show a little more versatility in his sophomore year. Justin is pretty special. Scholar Athlete of the Year was well deserved because he's one of the best swimmers in the conference. Two-time conference champion in the 100 fly, has been on a lot of record-breaking relays, can do a really good 200 back, and would be probably the best 200 backstroker in the conference, if not for his teammate who just beat him out, Will Mannion. But 1-2 in the 200 back is pretty cool. And Justin gets the job done in the classroom. He's a business major and carrying a 3.3 GPA, interning over the summer with a consulting firm in Washington, D.C. He's got a really bright future, and I'm excited to see what his senior year holds. I like to call it Coaching Staff of the Year because it's never a one-man job. Trying to coach 57 athletes to be at their best is a team effort, to say the least. And to have Chris Carter and Josh Ugie by my side, you know, leading their respective groups, give them a lot of autonomy. I give them a lot of freedom to coach the way they want to coach, and obviously they're having a lot of success with it. And it goes even beyond those guys. You know, we had a student assistant in Krista Ann Saunders, who's now coaching at Gardner-Webb, and our strength coach and our athletic trainers and everyone in our department really contributed to the success of the team. If you looked at our team last year, we were pretty well-rounded. Still lacking depth in sprint, in sprint freestyle events. So we are bringing in at least one guy, possibly two, that we think are going to be able to contribute in sprint freestyle. And there may be a transitioning of some of our current swimmers over to the sprint free events. Someone like Joe Iden, who's traditionally been a little bit more distance oriented, found some success last year at the end of the season in the 50 and 100 free. So he may be making a move in that direction. And we have Kyle Neary, Billy Russell. So sprint is getting better. I think it's kind of still a work in progress for us, but really across the board in the rest of the events, we're deep, we're strong, and I don't really see any major weaknesses. If I had to pick one, I guess it would be diving, because we don't get any diving points. But when it comes to swimming, I think we're a pretty complete and pretty well-rounded team. This senior class is amazing. They lead by example. They've been doing that since the day they set foot on campus. I mean, if you just look at the senior class, the number of records they've broken, the number of top 10 times they hold, this is one of the best, arguably the best single class that's ever come through here on the men's side. So I think just by virtue of what they've done here, they command a lot of respect, and they're all really good guys and really consummate team players. Then I think those are our leaders right there. Yeah, our freshman class is going to be really small. Smallest one we've ever brought in, only 5 guys. And that was done on purpose, because obviously we only graduated 4, so we didn't really want to increase the size of the team drastically. So we only brought in 5 guys. They're small in number, but they're pretty mighty in their accomplishments. One of the highlights of the group is a guy named Eric Grimes, who's extremely versatile. I mean, you'll probably see him swim distance free, sprint free, IM, 4IM, 2IM, fly, and backstroke for us. He'll swim almost every event possible. So it's going to be a nice weapon to sort of plug into a dual meet lineup wherever we need them, and when it comes to the conference meet, we'll have a lot of different options. I would say we're going into this year as the underdogs, much as I think we went into last year as the underdogs. UNCW has brought in a huge recruiting class, and they're fast. So I expect them to have a resurgence of sorts. And Towson has been the hot team for a couple of years now. They'll give us a good challenge here on October 10th, and heading it to a conference setting, they're going to be very good. And they have diving, and we don't. So, I think again, we're going to approach it as we're the underdogs. We're going to have to overcome 140 plus point deficits in diving, and we still don't have the resources and the advantages and some of the bells and whistles that these other programs have. So it would be foolish of us to approach it thinking, yeah, we're just going to roll to a second and third and fourth title. I think every year is going to be a fight, and we're going to go out and chase it just like we did last year. It's exciting for the guys who are back, because I think, for me it was the first time that I experienced a conference championship anywhere that I've coached. And I know for me it's just added to the motivation to try to do it again. Not only because it's rewarding, but because it's fun. It was fun to get thrown in the pool after we won that thing. It was really an enjoyable process to see the hard work culminate in a team title. So for me, it's fueled my motivation, so I can only guess that for the swimmers it's done the same thing.